totally and brutally honest here. Sean Corbin makes Valery Brudov look like Ivan Drago. It's as simple as that. He's beat what's in front of him tonight. He faces me. He's going to visit mental demons again. And let's get something straight. Come to me, mate. You come to me. Next time, ain't no judges going to be needed. I'm going to do worse than Kovalev. I am going to do worse than Kovalev.
On Saturday night, mate, you better hold it together. I'm going to smash it near you to pieces, mate. I'm going to hit him. When he gets in the ring and we get 10-ounce gloves on, I'm going to smash his head to bits. I'm going to do it November the 30th against all odds. No matter what people say, the journalists write what you want. All as I'll say is tune back in and then look at me on December the 1st when I am world champion. It's as simple as that.
I'm willing to die in that ring. It's as simple as that. I am willing to die. I'm willing to die, Zaki. Is he?
You're fucking right.
Audley Harrison as well is still wondering what the Bellew of the Week is as we go on to episode 467, Bellew of the Week.
Oh, Bellew of the Week. What was that? Wait, somebody said you narrowly just missed out on Bellew of the Week, mate. Was close. You and Bean. What Bean? Tell me more. What does that mean? I'm clueless what you're talking about, buddy. What does that mean? Share some insights with me. Bellew of the Week. Hello. I just got to let you know.
I can see it in your eyes, but she hasn't got a clue. Here's the crack. What's the crack with that video, by the way? I'm not going off on one. Lionel Richie, hello. Your one, she blind and she makes a bust of Lionel Richie's head, but he rings her like she turns on the light before she answers the phone. I don't think she was blind at all. She made a perfect fucking bust of Lionel Richie's head. I turned the light on. Anyway.
So we might be losing our younger listeners here, Rob.
Yeah, no, they show me age every week, don't they?
You're officially old.
Older than dirt. But I wouldn't fancy fucking telling Audley that he's after winning Bellew of the Week there. You know we mock fellas and all, but fucking Audley looks like he might be able to dish one out there, like, don't he? Come on, Audley.
I don't know. He had enough opportunities, Rob, during his pro career to dish them out, and he never did. So I think we're all right.
We'll never forget.
Christ, how many punches did he land in throwing at David Hay again? I think he maybe landed one and possibly
it was -2, wasn't it?
-2. Fucking hell. Oh, dear.
Good old Audley. He's not in for this week's anyway, but this one certainly is. Jimmy Tunn has nominated Eddie Hearn. Eddie, confirmed from the hospital, Josh Warrington, clean break of his jaw prior to stopping Kiko Martinez to win the world title tonight. Bellew of the Week for Eddie, says Jimmy, showing us this scan while we've never seen the Saunders scan. #iSocketGate.
Just gonna hang Porky with bashing for as well. Show us the X-rays.
That's some ice baby, that isn't it? That's a bit of ice baby for Ed.
Show us the missing teeth.
Oh, Eddie's had a nightmare again this weekend. Even Ed.
I thought that was just a picture of his fringe.
Oh, dear.
There's this really weird movie about a vagina with teeth, and I don't know. This kind of makes me think of that.
What movie is that, Matty?
I can't remember the title of it, but if you search, like, just Google movie vagina with teeth, you'll find it.
Vagina with teeth. Moving on to this one. Doug Stringer has been
imagining... No, we need to stop. No, we need to stop. Because this chap is not well. Or he suffers major online bullying. And you don't want these fucking agents tagging the poor fucker. Yeah, no, he's come under a lot of scrutiny and he's gone through a very hard time and he has autism as well, God help him. So I know the lads that nominate this have good intentions, but even me, I can't rank on this guy because I don't want to encourage any fucking more online fucking I could be having the opposite effect here. I'm just gonna stop talking.
Just looks like an ice cream to me, but we'll just move on with Doug Stringer.
It's just called teeth, Steve. It's just called teeth.
It's called teeth. There you go. A shout out to the Blonde Bomber. Rick Milligan has been nominated by Gavin Stevens. Rick says, what if we had a $500 pay-per-view card? Fury, Canelo, Crawford, Spence, even Jake Paul, etc., all on one. And had the CIA handle the illegal steaming and had every promoter promoting at the same time and all the networks promoting at the same time.
Banning alcohol now, eh?
What goes through your mind to ever think this? Whatever goes through, you'll be sat at home or at the office going, yeah, a $500 pay-per-view card, but then to go even further, have the CIA handle the illegal streaming. Mate,
so this will be the
the
same
guy's
CIA.
a fucking loser.
What if
CIA has been hacking into your fucking emails for the best part of 10 years without you knowing about it?
What if there were no more wars and I had a 10-inch penis?
He sounds like he's pushing for a socialist, totalitarian one-world government there, doesn't he, with the fucking CIA taking the fire stick over and all. You're fucked. You can't do nothing.
CIA.
I'll tell you what, Matty, if you're
nothing else to do.
CIA have got the right to work in America anyway. Fuck, they've got to work abroad, don't they? Useless cunt.
No.
That's a boxing manager, by the way.
Is that who it is?
Isn't he Jose Ramirez or somebody like
that?
That
Josh Taylor was going to smash.
He manages somebody pretty high profile, either Ortiz or Ramirez. Somebody.
Can anyone get a job in boxing these days? Wouldn't they? Jesus Christ! Like, what the fuck?
Remember, Josh Taylor walked up to me after the press conference and said, I'm going to smash your fucking face in.
The guy's a fucking moron, that's what he is. Fucking weirdo.
He doesn't have a check mark. He clearly doesn't matter.
No. Shout out to Rick Merigian. I thought that was a good one. Shout out to Gavin Stevens.
You know what having that check mark means, by the way? Fucking nothing.
You're check marked, aren't you, Roberto?
Yeah, what did I get for that? Nothing. Looking in the fucking post box every day.
At least people know it's you.
Fuck's sake. That's what I'm worried about. Anyway.
They know it's you and not a Katie Taylor burner account.
That fucking no context, Katie. That really took fire, didn't it? Whatever genius fucking came up with that one. That really fucking took off.
Yeah, Matt, whatever happened to your spin-off podcast, Chicks with Diggs?
I said earlier that we're going to be doing the first one this weekend at 9:30 on 9:30 my time on Saturday. We as in as in like the product. Y'all don't worry about it. You enjoy your Saturday afternoon.
The Boxing Asylum has no affiliation to Matty's new podcast, that's for sure.
Who's we? Tibbs Bridges.
I'm not doing chicks with digs on a Saturday night.
No, you mind.
Bit concerned about your topic of conversation here, Matty. I mean, you're watching films with vaginas with teeth. You've got chicks with dick podcasts. I mean, the CIA might be coming after you. With some of this history.
They already got him on.
Good news is they won't find anything. I just have a fucked up sense of humor.
Yeah. Found a big bong. We'll move on.
Let's move on swiftly to pay-per-view action. Vic Merigian would be all over this one. Never mind $500. $50 pay-per-view in Australia. It's all over. First round knockout. Was it Sonny Bill Williams going in against someone called, it wasn't Eddie Hall, somebody Hall, Barry Hall, headbutted him at the weigh-in. Lasted about 1.5 minutes, $50. There you are.
Was that your man that was used to be on It's a Knockout? I don't think things ended up. Maybe it should have been him in there.
Is that that fucking rugby player?
Anthony Mundine.
Yeah.
Danny Green turned up as well.
Woo!
They love a
Father Dave was there. Ebony Bridges, Postacoglu. They were all at it.
James Bridges, mate.
Ebony.
Actually, while we're on the subject of Australian and New Zealand action, friend of the pod, Andy, Ryan Deal, who's in the Patreon, he has DAZN and he can't get half of the UK shows for some reason. They're all blocked on New Zealand DAZN. So he's paying that money every month and he can't watch half of the shows.
You got the VPN.
Oh, I saw that actually. It's something to do with the rights. I think there's another major TV outlet in Australia that has got access to them. I've seen loads of people kicking off. I basically said I got up at whatever time to watch the Ebony Bridges fight, only to find out it was blocked. What the fuck am I paying for DAZN for?
And
They
complained to the DAZN customer care department, and DAZN's official response was, "Why did you suck my dick?" Why did we hire Serafina?
If you want to watch these fights, you better get off DAZN, pay it straight away, Rob. I think.
You know our answer at DAZN here: if you can't watch the fights, don't watch them. Thanks very much for your money.
Exactly.
Join Showtime.
Get on to
leave the sport
Showtime.
ASAP.
No fights for them.
There's no fights for you. Literally, Ryan Deal. No fights for you, mate.
Rise like a phoenix, mate.
Ricky Graville has nominated this one. Lee Wiley, determined, drill, deliver. If you have drilled the shot in training so much, why wait till 2 minutes into the 12th round to deliver it? Lee Wiley boxing, downloading the data, Ozzy.
Oh, the guy's a fucking plank. The best thing was Nigel Travis responded with not just one shot, with about 8 different shots he'd been working on for Catterall against Taylor, and just showed all the clips that it landed. But they think it's something new, this, and they're trying to, reinvent the wheel, with these things. Oh, yeah, and Ricky's right. If you worked on that shot so much, why the fuck would you wait until, 2 minutes into the 12th, after being dropped, after being well down, should have been on the cards? That camp just annoy me for various all sorts of reasons, and this is just another one.
It's a pity as well, because Lee Wood is such a great kid. Like, do you know what I mean? He comes across so well, even when they're asking him on live comms last night, like, do you want Josh next? He's like, oh no, let him have his moments. He's a fucking class act, like, and he has this cop shit. Do you see the animation of Ben Davison as well in that clip? And we can't see it there now. You want to watch him jumping around the ring, man. Does he know there's a camera on him or not? Like, fucking hell. Anyway, boxer size Ben strikes again.
Michael Thompson putting in there, Ebony did well to escape the Australian boxing circuit, to be fair to her. Yeah, I'm a fan of Ebony, but I think there was a new Ebony, Andy, coming on the way up. I didn't catch her name, but recently on Twitter, somebody tagged me in. There's a bit of a Poundland Ebbs going on back in Australia. Might see her on DAZN soon. Well, they won't, but we might.
I'm waiting for you to kind of put up the horror picture, mate, but there's nothing there. I wonder what this means, though. She's done well to escape Australian boxing. I mean, what's all that about?
You have to fight for your freedom over there as well, Andy.
They need to take it back again, Rob. Stick it back in.
I think it's a reference to the fact people sent people there, and it's just all a very odd thing. And then you find them back the box in front of you.
I was thinking about it last night because I was watching the fight, and I was thinking, like, just the crowd that left Ireland in the last recession were bad enough. Could you imagine what they fucking sent over there back in the day? The Brits, holy shit, man! No wonder the place is fucking mental.
If you think about the Irish and Greek immigration to Australia, that continent can actually only get crazier from here. It's very interesting.
Fucking hell.
Looking at getting crazier. Here we are, Derek Cooper.
That's bad form, Derek, man. Fuck's sake, man.
If you remove the microphone from that image, that's going to float around the internet for the next 5 years in so many different forms.
Ozzy was well impressed with that outfit.
I fucking was not.
You were so, mate. You were forced to kind of say face on the Twitter.
When I have to say when I reference Shannon Courtney, like, it has nothing to do with how she looks like and everything with her personality. She's just the most. She's so obnoxious and unappealing, like, and her sense of arrogance as a shtick, so much to tell her it just doesn't work for her, man. Like, it just does not work for her. Like, stay humble and you'll never stumble.
Didn't you say like a bunch of racist crap on Twitter sometime back? It's weird. Yeah. Like, so DAZN's kind of like the equivalent of like CPAC in the United States, who invited Papa John to be one of their speakers. Papa John got kicked out of his own company for saying the N-word, in a meeting a while back. I don't know why they give platforms to people that do this shit, but it is what it is.
It is what it isn't. Bit of a fight going on here, nominated by Gareth Chamberlain. Ray says Josh would have stopped Lara in the second fight if it went any further. Best thing Lara could do is not take the trilogy. Every dog has its day, and that was his in the first fight. Josh didn't even seem motivated in a behind closed doors fight. And he went on to say, mate, you've got no clue. Lara wasn't confident at all coming to Leeds with a packed house, and the fight was showing that. Lee Woods will be a good fight, but I expect Josh to take the win. Only lad who could cause Josh 1 or 2 issues is Shakur Stevenson. He'll still win.
Fucking hell. Is there anybody going in playing in the background? I can hear myself getting, on an echo.
Hang on, let me see. Right. Oh, it's stopped now. Somebody's... Oh, it must have been Oz. He's the only one who's muted.
Oh,
good man, Oz. And he's playing Coronation Street in the background. Maybe he's ready to tweet out. Carl Frampton. Frampton tweeted out some in-depth analysis about the fight. He said, can you post this and say, looking forward to this one tonight? 2 former foes and no friends. May the best man win at Kiko Martinez and Josh Warrington.
You missed the reply where you went, sure thing, DK. I shouldn't be saying that, sorry. What's wrong with me? Like?
Bad man, Rob. Bad man. Motor City Cobra nominating Corey. Corey has a solution to the Devon Haney, Lomachenko, Kambosos situation. He says, let's make it easier for everyone who has the most wins, a belt, and no losses. Loma should have never been in the running. Dude is 30-something with 16-2 record. Yeah, Corey. Don't think you quite know how this sport works,
Yeah.
Andy.
What can I say, mate? I mean, he can't make sense of nonsense, you know?
Can't make sense of nonsense. Make sense of this.
Oh,
One air apart.
yes.
Unreal. Looking well, man. Looking well.
Hey,
Now, anybody that tells you that you shouldn't be subscribing to DAZN with HD like that, forget about it. Look at the service, man. Fucking hell, unbelievable.
That period came on quick, though. She must have gained weight pretty quick.
I say, I'm getting off this.
Thank you, Andy. Good to know someone wants to compete with me for most fucked up comment of the week. I mean, I'm tired of carrying this fucking weight.
You did a good job, Matty. You did a good job.
Say that, remember, my Jama says you can't time a period and she can't get the last 2.5 pounds off.
I can only pick
well, if
on
Maya Jama said it, then it was fucking
Maya Jama.
Right. I tell you what, by the way, DAZN, that's where you fucked up, man. That's where your subscription numbers are through the fucking floor. What happened to Maya Jama? Don't tell me Maya Jama's not better than Shannon Courtney, like in terms of charisma and all that. Even if she knows fuck all about boxing, stick her in there. Like, why are you getting rid of Maya Jama for? Like,
is she gone officially then?
She's gone. Yeah, she hasn't been seen. She's fucking Audi 5000 out of the zone, on to bigger fish to fry. She's not going to catch Maya Jama on an app. You joking me? No, they got anyway. She got bombed out or she left, whatever. But bring back Maya.
Bring back Maya. That's what I say. Here we go. Dominic Henry has nominated Probellum. Canelo had it and Pat has it. Schaefer Sports doubles down on the McCormick-Canelo comparison on the post-weigh-in pub show. It was a pub show, Andy. You're not going to get your pint out of Schaefer anytime soon. Talking some shit.
Oh, mate, I think I'm a bit caught a wee bit of this, to be honest with you. I really want to get someone to kind of measure his arms so he can maybe just see how capable is of patting himself on the back, because he was doing a lot of that when they keep me talking about Canelo. It was like he discovered them magically. It was like he's some sort of talent scout. After I heard of that, I just switched it off, mate. He's sleazy, he's a sleek it fucking man who welches at the bar. Fuck him. So
he's just at the bar.
He welches at
Cunt tells me it's scotch.
Fucking hell, man. Yeah, he's a snake, that man. Like he was saying sell anything. I mean, I remember he was promoting the World Boxing Super Series at the start of that pish minute he was coming out with. We're going to revolutionise the sport. Well, what's happened to it? You know, and now he's back after getting kicked out for trying to fuck over his mate Oscar. Now he's back with Uncle Daniel.
Uncle Oscar. Hamid has nominated Rocky Ali. He's talking about Frank Warren can't handle Wembley shows. Maybe they should just go back to your call. Hamid pointing out that Warren was promoting cards in stadiums before Eddie even started promoting shows. Old Trafford, Millennium Stadium, Wembley. Frank's done it all. Lay some respect on that name. That's what I say. David Farmer has nominated Everything Boxing, the best Canelo undercard in at least 4 years. That's Hrgovic, Zhang, and Montana Love against Valenzuela. Some people, I suppose, are pleased.
You know what?
That one, Rob?
I can't think of any Canelo undercards offhand, but I'm sure anyone is better than that one. Like, they've definitely blown.
He's a fucking loser. He's a loser. I mean, what? Fucking Hrgovic against Big Bang Zile Zhang. He's going to fucking fold completely, big lump. And like, they're just the best Canelo undercard in at least 4 years. Wow, it's a massive achievement. They're chucking it on fucking pay-per-view for a start. And then, you know, because they put that Zhang fight is not competitive whatsoever. If Hrgovic has got anything about him, he's going to absolutely obliterate him in a round or two. So, I mean, fuck me, it's just one of these ring-licking jobs again, you know, everything DAZN do. Oh, yeah, this is fucking class, this is great. No, all the time. It's just horrendous arse-licking day. I was going to say week in, week out, but in his instance, it's fucking day in, day out.
Oh, God. Everything
boxing. There's not a chance that Russians getting a fucking decision over here either. There's no fucking chance. None.
Didn't even put the poor bugger's flag on the poster, Matty.
I'm telling you, man, fucking, it's not gonna be good. Kovalev, man, he's supposed to fight at the Forum. Gonna go bad for him too. Just nothing fucking good coming.
That's it. Bad boxing takes. Tank Davis is definitely the Muhammad Ali of his era. I believe he's the one to give Canelo his first loss.
Jesus Mary, Joseph.
It would not be on the Canelo undercard anyway, Rob.
Who's making that? Like, fucking sitting down, taking the time out of their day to make that comparison. Gervonta Tank Davis and Muhammad Ali. Like, I like Tank Davis. Like, don't get me wrong. Fucking hell, but that's... And he's going to beat Canelo at what? Like, I know he kind of... Tank walks around in between fights similar to Canelo way, but generally he's on schedule come fight night. Like,
the people who make those type of images, Rob, are maybe these type of guys.
You really want to go around and start researching my interviews from 5 years ago, which I think was longer than that, from the Frankie Gavin fight, wasn't it? 4 or 5 years ago? Jesus Christ, get yourself a life. Firstly, oh my God, I found this clip from Hearn 6 years ago. Oh, the forums are going to love this one. Oh, you wait till I tell my mates on the boxing nutters messenger group. Oh, I'm going to be the king. Fuck's sake, get a life.
fuck's
What a
sake.
guy.
Get a life. As good guy Ben Shalom said this week in an interview, he said Eddie's being very petty at the moment, isn't he? He's being very petty. He was talking about the Photoshop job, like. So good guy Ben Shalom doesn't make many mistakes, does he?
Yeah, he is being petty over everything at the moment, absolutely everything. And just to respond on his went back 6 years ago. You probably only have to go back a week ago to find a statement where Hearn contradicts himself, not 6 years ago. So,
get a fucking life, will you?
I know, mate. Yeah, the thing is though, we don't even need to. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, look at in the Nutshouse Messenger group.
And look at Ben Shalom, by the way. Look at his handsome face there on the screen. What's he after delivering? He says he's just about to deliver Brooke versus Eubank Jr. Eubank Jr. on pay-per-view. He's got fucking Brooke. Eddie said, oh, I love Kell Brook again, mate. I never said he was finished, mate. I never said I wasn't going to watch his fight. I want him to fight somebody I want him to fight. Blah, blah, blah. And look who delivers. Ben Shalom. He's got fucking Brooke. Brooke is not going for that shit again, man. Fuck that. Fighting on an app with him on Sky. You must be fucking joking me, man. He go for the pay-per-view with Eubank. That's what they're talking about. Ben Shalom delivering again. What a great guy.
There's one on screen,
down the middle.
Eddie Hearn is the Primark Ben Shalom.
Shalom said that actually made an offer to Danny Garcia for Kell Brook.
Yeah, I saw that.
Talk about petty as well, by the way. Tom fucking Petty and the Heartbreakers. Eddie Hearn free falling this week. He's fucking cheerleading this Dillian Whyte thing, isn't he? Isn't he cheerleading the Dillian Whyte thing from the sidelines? Listen, mate, it's nothing to do with me. It's White's teammate. They're terrorising him, mate. You're fucking having a laugh, mate. He sounds so bad, man. He sounds so bad.
Baby.
That shit. And that shit is pathetic theatre that's going on with Dillian Whyte. We'll come to that. I'll come to that on the fucking nomination.
Yeah.
And Steve, I just got to say though, Ben Shalom that looks like a still from a commercial where they're telling you why it's important to get an STD test.
Depends what Eddie's carrying, I suppose, after Ben's finished with him these days.
Does he invest in sorrow and hookers? I don't know.
Sugar up, mate. Even down the sugar up, mate.
Go easy, Ben. Time, go easy. Right. Igor Klimas nominated here. He was going in on somebody whose account owner limits their tweets, apparently. I think it was Mike. Was it Mike Coppinger? David Grice was nominating it anyway. Coppinger was tweeting something out, and Klimas says, "You motherfucker need to stop posting fake news about my fighters. I'm telling you, stay away from all of my fighters." Quite the threat there from Igor Klimas. I'm pretty sure it was Coppinger he was having a go at. Joshua Bratzi, London Showdown. No insects allowed. Michael Thompson has got stuck in there. It's not an insect, a spider. It's an arachnid. So a bit of a technicality there. From Michael Thompson, who's in the chat, shout out to him. And also, Terence Crawford drew this one to my attention. In the undercard on ESPN, someone took a chunk out of somebody else. Matty, did you see what was going on here? Who's the biting defender?
I didn't catch that at all. That must have been on the the portion before the main card because I didn't see that.
Some
And then what's
portion.
great
was,
is the back of his shorts say
Taste of freedom. Exactly what I thought too.
he said, I'd like a taste of that myself.
Exactly.
Apparently, that was the second bite of the night. There was a separate bite in another fight on the undercard as well. So somebody got bitten on the, I believe, the breast area in that one. So yeah, bite night essentially.
That's so
Saturday
fucking
bite
poetic. Night. Jesus Christ.
They said to him afterwards, "Why'd you do it?" He said, "He's been biting me, man. I got kids. My kids gotta look at me. His kids are gonna be scared of me.
I broke my back.
I broke my back. A couple of videos we have as well before we move on to see what the boys have got. Rob brought Mark Tibbs to our attention. A fine performance from him on BT Sport a few weeks ago. Thankfully, he's all changed now, Mark. Stephen Somerville sent this clip in to me, and Tibbs has got his words all sorted out, and he's having no issues in front of the camera whatsoever.
Right, the sacrifices that the ordinary people wouldn't understand, the sacrifices and what she has to take to get this win tonight. But what was I trying to say now? Yeah. I was trying to say something. I bloody forgot. No, I'm not.
Testicular fortitude.
No. I was going to say something. I was going to say something. Discipline, this. Oh, no, it's gone out my head. Sorry.
And the new. We'll leave it there. And the new.
That's worrying.
I don't know if I'm worried about that or not. Like, yeah,
I feel you, man. I feel you.
The first time was fucking hilarious. This time it's a bit. What was I going to say there? It's a bit.
Walk into the corner, wonder why he's there.
I don't know. That looks rough, man. Hope,
I know.
Yeah, hope that's just fucking.
Might
But
be
it happens to me every
something
fucking
serious.
Sunday. What am I saying? Like,
Concerned about him there, Oz?
Very. It's just odd. It's like he's illiterate or something like that. You know, he just can't string the sentence together. It's fucking bizarre.
Good old Mark.
I had the pleasure of watching the original live as it unfolded, and I tell you, it was one of the most uncomfortable watches I've ever had to fucking sit through. It was spine curdling. It was just fucking, and then like when they cut away, they were still talking over the clip, and I was like, I forgot what I was going to say there. I was like, Jesus Christ, we said it, man. You know.
Pray for Mark. One man who never forgets what he's about to say here is the one and only Floyd Mayweather. He's guaranteeing returns. You think he would have learned his lesson? Apparently not. The NFTs are flying. Here's Floyd.
Mr. I don't lose at nothing is back. And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. Ladies and gentlemen, follow me. As you can see, we like to call this the great room, because I'm great. Let's go in here. That beautiful masterpiece right there, soon that's going to be an NFT. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months, and I just dropped right now. Go get it. The money man, if I win, you win.
What the fuck is going
What do
on
we win?
there? And what a fucking stupid name for a room. Jesus Christ, use your goddamn imagination. Like Elvis had the jungle room. Fucking goddamn.
He comes in like, I call this the great room because I'm great. And I call this the horny room because sometimes I'm horny. It's just like, this is the hungry room. What's he talking about?
This is the
What
shit
are we
room.
fucking winning here?
You bet on this, you'll never lose, Rob. Old Floyd hasn't learned.
And he said, I love the way he goes, see this? This is about to be an NFT. I've been working on this for months. Yes, you have. Yeah, you've been working on the NFT yourself or the fucking metaverse there, Floyd. We know.
Oh, what is it? What was the other thing he was doing? Metaskeletons, wasn't it, or something?
Metaskeletons in the Mayweather verse or the Mayverse or fucking the Money Team House or the Great Room.
That was a weird word, I think. I was it Mayweather's?
Mayweather, I think it was, or something like that.
Mayweather's the car.
May reverse the charges. There's Floyd with his NFTs. That's all the ones that I've got, Andy. Any nominations from you? Episode 4, 6, 7.
One for Robert Hecko, the judge yesterday, in the Tim Zoo fight for the 114-113 scorecard. Tony Bellew, the man, Anthony Bellew, excuse me, my apologies, said after the Kiko fight last night that he says, who doesn't want to see Mauricio Lara versus Kiko Martinez? I think the only person who wants to see that would be like Gil Grissom for fucking CSI.
Fuck you, sign me up.
Fuck off, man. Lara would absolutely mutilate him. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's also it's the way he was saying it. Like he's had thousands of people championing the fight. Literally, it hadn't even crossed my mind that until he said it,
Exactly.
and then be one of them. Yeah, all right, yeah, fine. And then he goes, "But put it on the undercard of Josh Warrington against Lee Wood at the City Ground." So I'm going to think you're going to bring a Mexican over, a fucking Spaniard, and stick him on the undercard in Nottingham.
But his fucking everything about him is fucking terrible. Like his analysis is terrible. Like they're asking him before the fight, like, who do you think is going to win, Tony? And how's this fight won? He's like, well, mate, if Kiko throws that right hand that he hit Kid Galahad with, mate, then he's going to knock Josh Warrington out, mate. But if Josh Warrington doesn't get it with that right hand, mate, then, Josh could win the fight then. But Kiko could still knock him out, but he probably won't, mate. But he might knock him out. It's just fucking like pathetic. It's shitty analysis. There's no Ben Davis and stuff anyway. And then talking about the cheerleading from the sideline, Bellew out this week with the fucking tweet about and hashtagging fish eyes and all and saying Frank Warren don't pay the fight. What the fuck has it got to do with him? Nothing to do with him. He's on DAZN. On a disappearing app, the disappearing man who finally disappeared when he went on DAZN. What a fucking... Anyway.
Couple more from me, Steve. Gervonta Davis, only saying his contract's up. That's why Mayweather Promotions want me to fight that clown Romero. I had a look at some of the comments and that, so it does look like wee G-Raw might be looking to jump ship for Mayweather Promotions. Floyd seems to be taking it pretty well by the sounds of it as well. He's saying, look, nothing lasts forever. I love him like a son, but sometimes this is what happens. So
he could be his son.
Yeah, possibly. And then what?
In the metaverse,
Floyd's more interested in NFTs now, Andy. He ain't got time for Gervonta.
Aye, but don't tell us how to actually buy one, or how to enter. And the final one for me is for Edward John Hearn. With the news that broke by Mike Coppinger that George Kambosos, Devin Haney have struck a deal with June 5th in Melbourne to be aired on ESPN, baby. So DAZN.
Not only that, Haney has then got a multi-fight deal with ESPN and Top Rank as well after it. So Edward John has invested fucking a fortune paying Haney millions to fight, basically lower level opposition to now not promote Devin Haney in the biggest fight of his career. Then the rematch will probably be, equally as big. And then after that, he's probably still got another couple of fights with Top Rank. So, yeah. What a shame.
Edward got on his knees last night, thanking the King Buddha that Usyk actually got permission to leave the country to start training for this Joshua fight, allegedly. So there is that evening, Ed. But yeah,
I wonder he was hyping the Leeds crowd so much.
Yeah, done his bollocks on Haney. He looked like he's going to use lose Andrade now as well. He claims that Dillian
Is
Whyte
that really a loss? I
know.
Oh no, said Eddie.
He advised Dillian Whyte to use him for leverage in the Tyson Fury talks. So yeah, and he's losing purse bids to Frankie baby. So it's not good times just now. Not good times whatsoever. And I think that's the last one I've got, mate. Yeah, so that was the last one. Yeah,
that's all yours, Andy. Thank you very much. Some solid nominations there. Matty, anything from you? Maybe Dillian Whyte and Frank and Dillian Whyte's lawyer. I hadn't got any video clips to play, unfortunately, but that was kicking off.
Yeah,
Harry
this
Potter.
Is the one I was going to nominate.
No,
Harry Potter, that guy, didn't he?
Nothing from you, Matty, no?
No, I didn't know of that one, but I do have a couple. I think that Mr. Trella's scorecard has to get referenced again in that Bridges Roman fight, 191, just ridiculous. And also, I'd also like to give a shout out to Josh Warrington channeling his inner Tony Thompson and saying that he hadn't fucked his wife in the last 4 weeks, and that was on
that was good, wasn't
it? So yeah, that was quality.
Yeah, fucking Jeff Benz, aka the fat Harry Potter. You need to put him up for one, like Jesus Christ, Frankie baby, baby, with my tickets.
There's no one to get one there on the strength of that Josh Warrington as a follow up because they said he was effing and jeffing or whatever, and Ebony Bridges was effing and jeffing, and your man is like, we apologize for the bad language. I'm like, motherfucker, the fight is being shown on an app. What fucking 10-year-old has his fucking own fucking credit card that he's after ordering the fucking own fucking fight for himself? His dad's watching it on a tablet, you fucking moron. What are you apologizing for? Fuck's sake.
If I was a child, I know that I would love a subscription to DAZN for from Santa Claus.
Yeah, you would, yeah. Fucking hell, you'd get a reporter to the authorities for that, man. Fuck's sake.
Right, Ozzy. Any nominations from you? I know you want to go in deep on this TalkSport showdown.
Well, yeah, this was my only nomination for Dillian Whyte's lawyer, and do you know what? It was quite painful listening. Actually, it wasn't. You know, some people were loving it, but it was really petty. But what did it for me is that Whyte's lawyer came on saying, "Yeah, we want the person in escrow, that sort of stuff," and then Frank just went, "Why did you sign the contract? You know, if it was such a sticking point," and he goes, "We signed it, and then we'd negotiate after it." I'm thinking, you moron. That's fair enough. Like, you know, you took George Warren's comments at face value, but ultimately, if you sign that deal, you don't then start negotiating something like that. And then Frank goes, "If I was Dillian Whyte, I'd be suing you for poor advice for making my client sign the contract." And you heard that his lawyer just go silent a minute and think, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't have made him sign it." But no, it's like Simon Jordan said it right. It's the escrow part of the contract. No. So what the fuck are you moaning for then? No, Frank is not totally innocent. I agree, you know, like Whyte should be given complimentary tickets, you know, as every fighter will, and he wanted to purchase some that he could then, you know, give to, you know, friends, that sort of stuff. But you meet in the middle. Apparently Dillian Whyte requested half the ringside tickets, which is just never going to happen, is it? But I think the whole, you know, Dillian Whyte's team are just coming out as you know, childish babies, embarrassing. I mean, you got Dean White coming out saying, "Oh, I think the pay-per-views are going to be really poor." Why would you say that? Why would you not want this to be a success? Because ultimately, I mean, your friend, you're not a brother, you've just got this fake name that you think does something for you and it doesn't, Lamar Scott. And you're then saying you want basically the show to fail, and you know they're not treating Dillian with respect. Fucking Dillian Whyte, "Oh, I've been misrepresented on the poster." Well, why? It's fucking you on that poster. How have you been misrepresented? It's just petty, childish things. You've got Eddie Hearn, who's, you know, it's like I said, being petty and just being, you know, coming across really salty. Oh, it's funny, you know, the terrorizing Warren and all that lot, and it's really funny. I'm thinking, you're an embarrassment, mate. You always talk about, you know, how other people are petty. Every interview that he does at the moment, he spends more time talking about other fighters and other promoters than he does his actual shows as well. I don't understand the whole logic. And then, I mean, the amusing thing is that Whyte's lawyer goes, "Oh, Dillian will be fighting now." I'm thinking, you put him in a contract you're not happy with, you'll still send him in the fucking ring. It's the whole, you know, the whole thing is a complete shit show. And the TalkSport interview, well, it wasn't great. I mean, I don't like it when the, you know, TalkSport line them up like that, because you never get, you know, both sides of the story, because they just start shouting over each other. I thought Warren probably edged, you know, more than, you know, came out on top because he, you know, he backed up his points, and Dillian Whyte's lawyer was just saying about stuff that wasn't in the contract, yet they signed it, and they felt they had no other option but to sign it. Well, no, not really. You just basically thought, you asked for, I think they basically felt Queensberry had bowed down, and ultimately they didn't, lost the purse bid, and now Dillian Whyte's gone missing completely, you know, just anonymous in the biggest fight of his career. But this is what he wants. It wouldn't shock me if the guy pulls out in the end, you know, citing some, you know, like not happy with the contract or this and that, and they feel that they've obliged to everything. They've not even acknowledged this fight is going ahead yet. Yeah, his fucking gimpy lawyer is saying, "Oh yeah, we feel that we've adhered to everything in the contract so far," which is, you know, you basically, in a roundabout way, you agree to promote the fight. Now, if Frank wanted, you know, a 2-week press tour or a week's press tour going all over, I completely get that and say, look, it's not ideal, it's not practical. But it was one press conference which you didn't turn up to, and then you've not done any social on it whatsoever, you know, like sharing the poster, that sort of stuff. He's just come across as a complete wanker, basically. All of them have, and you know, it just enhances that urge for wanting to see Dillian Whyte get blasted out by Tyson Fury, and then he fucks off and we don't see him in a boxing ring again. You know, he's not a likable character. You know, he never has been. And they talk about contracts and this and that. They didn't give a fuck about breaking a contract for the Oscar Rivas fight, did they? Changing gloves just before they went into the ring and wearing non-contracted gloves. They didn't give a fuck about that. Where did the B sample go? You didn't give a fuck about popping pills, did you, before you boxed Oscar Rivas, and then came up with some absolute bullshit lie about you got contaminated because it was your dog's fucking antibiotics. Didn't give a fuck about breaking contracts then, did you? It's one rule for one rule for the other, and they've just come across as, you know, sour, petty, toys out the pram because they didn't get their own way. And you know what, people can see through it now, and you know the whole lot of them, it reeks of jealousy, not happy. Oh, you know, Frank's not done a stadium show before. He fucking put Warrington at Ellen Road. He did Carl Frampton at the fucking where was it? In Windsor Park. Yeah. Fair enough, he's not done a Wembley show, but not fucking many promoters have done a Wembley show. But don't cite that as a fucking concern. My God, they're just coming. You know what? The fucking arseholes, a lot of them, and you can see why. And you then think, right, actually, if you're going to be a cunt, why should we play ball with you from Warren's side? Right, well, you want to be an arsehole, I'll be fucking arsehole 10 times more than you. You want your complimentary tickets? Fuck off. You're not having any of them. You know, fuck him. And then you've got that weirdo of a lawyer coming on, just citing absolute bullshit. It was another clown as well. And he's like, Frank, I think we best start talking rather than using the radio. I'm thinking, what the fuck have you been doing for the last few months? Apart from clearly not sorting anything. The guy, it was an absolute moron. You know, he just came across as complete, like, uneducated, inexperienced. And he just kept citing music concerts that he dealt with about asking permission for pictures. That sort of, it's just really odd. And, you know, yeah, I've got a feeling something's still going to go sour about this as well.
Well said, Ozzy. Good stuff indeed. Bellew of the Week on fire this week, episode 467. Rapping Rob Kelly, do you have anything to add into the mix, into the pot, into the stew?
No, I think Ozzy's kind of covered it pretty well, like, but that was my nomination as well. Like, this absolute farcical theatre that's being fucking orchestrated by you know who, the puppet master, not naming anybody, evening friend of ours, fucking cheerleading this shit like, oh, we're going to fucking disrupt the Fury, fucking this is mind games, mate, you know, this is the way we do it, we're going to cause terror for and blah, 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 they, you know, done us on the purse bid, you need more money. What is all this shit about? And I hear this fella, like, I've encountered guys like this lawyer many times throughout fucking 20 years of music, like American guys like this, the same old fucking pattern. Like, and this guy sounds like he's been involved in more entertainment events, and it's quite common, like in like music tours and whatever, like that the act might ask for more money later, or they want the money up front, or escrow, blah blah blah. So he's trying to apply like entertainment rules, like, and I even passed the bar, but I know a little bit, to quote Jay-Z, and it looks like he's trying to fucking apply industry fucking standards to boxing, as we see with the likes of Rock Nation and all, when they dip their toe into boxing, it's not what they think it is when they're getting into it. Like, so sounds to me like this guy is out of his depth. He didn't represent Dillian Whyte greatly on the radio. Francis M to the Is H phenomenal. The most shady Frankie Baby came out on top on the TalkSport thing. I thought he edged it on points. The guy was very confrontational, but he didn't seem to have much to back it up, other than that they'd signed the contract and they wanted to negotiate the terms afterwards, which, do you know what I mean? You know, it's like, fucking, who is this guy? The fucking lawyer out of My Cousin Vinny or something? Like, what is he talking about? How do you do that? Like, if you want to negotiate terms, surely you fucking put them in the contract, and then we don't have a discussion, and we don't have Dillian Whyte fucking thinking that he's entitled. His star power entitles him not to turn up to the fucking press conference. The whole thing's not. And the guy gave away the fucking all the bargaining chips on the fucking call, because he said Dillian's fighting anyway, right? So if he's fighting anyway, what do we need this sideshow for? Have this fucking discussion behind the fucking closed doors, morons. So just get these two in the ring, get this fucking fight. It feels like it's been built up for like the last 10 years, and it's not even a fight we're getting excited for, because it's a one-way smackdown. So let's just have it out of the way, like bullshit leading up to it.
It all relates back as well, you know, that they're not happy with the 20% that they've been given. Despite the fact they think they're going to win, and it's not as if they're getting 20% of absolutely nothing. But then you've got these fucking goonies who keep saying, "Oh yeah, well he doesn't need to do anything because he's only getting 20%." Then right, okay, then let's apply this logic to every away fighter then that isn't happy with their purse or percentage, and then just go, right, don't turn up. Yeah, don't turn up. Michael Conlan, top rank, lost that fucking purse bid. Albeit, he was probably getting the better end of the purse, but still, he did fucking loads in the build up to that fight, at the launch presses and fight week. But for Dillian Whyte, they're happy just to have a fucking cardboard cutout there. Nah, he's only getting 20% of the fucking bid. This is bollocks. When did this become a thing? But because fucking Eduardo and Dillian Whyte's lot say, oh well, we're only doing 20% of the work. You've done 0% of the fucking work so far. You've not done absolutely fuck all. And turning up at fight week doesn't count either.
What part of strategy, like in any scenario, if you look at this, right, you sit down as the business advisor to Dillian Whyte. In any scenario, do you recommend that he tries to make the pay-per-view less successful for his own back end? What the fuck are they doing? Like, it's just, what is this about? I can't get my head around it. It's just so fucking, it's such a pathetic sideshow. Like, why the fuck do you want the pay-per-view to do less numbers? You're going to get less money then on the back end. Like, go flip a table, man. Go back to your old days. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, well, the whole team are coming out with it. Oh yeah, we're basically saying we want it to bomb, we want it to fail, and things like that. Why? Why would you want it to fail? I mean, it's clearly not going to fucking fail because they binked 90,000 tickets in about 3 hours. So plan A of trying to disrupt things have gone down the fucking shitter, haven't they? So they've sold all the tickets. Now it's Hearn's coming out. Warren sold them all to a tout. All right. Okay, then. A, have you got any evidence of this? And B, you used to get propped up by a fucking StubHub and all your tickets appeared on that. Yeah, what did you do about it? Absolutely ball all. Yeah, the shoe's on the other foot now. And we'll just start saying, he sold them all to a tout instead. Piss off, knob.
Yeah, piss off, knob. No room for them in Bellew of the Weeks. I think everybody has thrown in their nominations. Let's see. Let's have a quick scoot through, Andy, before we do our final picks. We had Josh Warrington's X-Ray leading us off. I think I'll leave that second one where it is. Rick Merigian, little front runner for me. I quite enjoyed that one. We had the $50 pay-per-view in Australia. We had Ricky Graville nominating Ben Davidson. Shannon Courtney, one of many nominations. Carl Frampton having a bit of a mare there with his template tweeting. Corey not understanding the game. There's Shannon again. We had the Snake Schaefer. We had the best undercard, according to Everything Boxing. We had a bit of a mix between Muhammad Ali and Gervonta Davis. Joshua Buatsi, and this fella taking a bite out of Taste of Freedom. And then finally, Dillian Whyte, his lawyer, versus Frank on TalkSport. Quite the lineup there, Andy. Who are you going for on this fine episode 467?
I thought Bellew's was pretty high in the list, to be honest with you. But yeah, that whole situation, I agree with what Ozzy was saying there. I switched it off after about 2 or 3 minutes. Just, you couldn't make it a word people were saying, to be honest with you. And it's just shit. We don't need it. As Rob says, if the contract's signed, if there's anything untoward or the contract's not been adhered to, then get it sorted out behind closed doors. We don't need to know about it. All we need to know is the fight happening? Yes, it is. Right, okay, that's all we need to know, and we can look forward to that. But we don't need any of this other shit in the background. So yeah, I'll go for the Harry Potter lawyer.
Harry Potter lawyer, Mr. Benz, has been nominated by Andy. Matty, who are you going for?
Oh, Taste of Freedom, 100%.
Taste of Freedom. Is that a Puerto Rican flag on the shorts there, Matthew, I think?
I think it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is. We'll have to try and find out. But Mr. Taste of Freedom, or his biting accomplice, has been nominated. Andy seems to be iced. Maybe his electricity's gone, or maybe he's just had enough. It is 20-11 on a Sunday evening. Ozzy's still here, though. What's your nomination, Ozzy?
Yeah, Tubby Jeffrey Benz.
Tubby Jeffrey Benz, that's 2. Rob, close us out. Who are you going for?
It has to be my man Lorenzo rolling in the benzo. Him. Has to be him done it. Like, it's a nightmare. He's fighting anyway. We get it now. You fucking need to get off the phone. He's fighting. The fight's on. Fuck off.
Albert Ross says, Wellings, I hope you got permission to use Jeff and Dillian's images, or this video won't be up long. Well, there's Jeff and Dillian.
Yeah, actually, Steve, we might be getting legal letters through from Jeffrey Benz because we've not asked Dillian's permission. We've misrepresented him on that picture, clearly.
Misrepresented him as a fighter who wants a world title shot.
You have Dean White knocking around, coming and go, hey, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt you.
Back to using stock photos of fat Jamaicans for us.
Well, you never know. Or maybe using this, Matty. You wouldn't get sued for that, would you?
I don't know, unless you're really keen on that STD commercials IP.
Congratulations, Dillian, Jeffrey Benz. You might not see us again. They are the Bellew of the Week winners for episode 467. They've won something. Congratulations, lads. You've done a great job.